The Bills, after losing on Thursday Night Football, now put themselves in an even bigger hole to catch back up in the AFC East. But what is the biggest concern for the Bills? Their offensive weapon personnel or their suspect defense?
It's football time.
Alrighty, what's going on? Welcome back to the Overall Sports Podcast, sports everything on this channel. I'm host Antonio. Today, we are talking about the Buffalo Bills that lost to the Davis Mill-led Texans on Thursday Night Football in a final score of 23-19. The Texans are trying to catch back up with the Colts for possibly the division, but Colts might have just brought themselves more ahead of the pack. But Josh Allen was 24 of 34. He had 253 yards passing. He also had a total of 2 interceptions without a single touchdown. The 2 touchdowns that were scored were by a James Cook touchdown and by a Ray Davis punt return for a touchdown. But the defense of the Bills was able to limit the Texans a bit as they allowed Davis Mills to 16 of 30 completions, had 153 yards and 2 touchdowns, and didn't get sacked once. But the question is, what is the bigger concern for the Buffalo Bills? Is it the offensive weapons or is it the suspect defense? I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Before we do, if you guys do enjoy this video, do me a favor, smash the button down below, subscribe if you haven't already. For now, let's talk about the Buffalo Bills. So the Bills, I mean, this team is just straight up frustrating because their team looked really good. They led a drive down the field, but of course the Josh Allen interception ultimately sealed the deal. But I think it's more a little bit of both because the offensive weapons, of course, Kincaid is out, which he's been a main factor of this offense for a few years since arriving from Utah. But they need more weapons. They are not that same offense that was led last year. I think they need to go out there and sign another free agent wide receiver, whether that's Tyler Boyd, who is a solid wide receiver, whether that's OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., or maybe even some defensive guys like Isaiah Simmons, Asante Samuel Jr., or others. Because this team has right now the best chance to go out there and win it. Their defense has to get stops, which they did most of the time, but they couldn't get to the quarterback.
How about a second helping, Doc? Say your prayers, you long-eared galoot.
And you have to win while you can, especially with the Chiefs being this vulnerable. We don't know if this Chiefs team is going to be as vulnerable as they are right now again. We don't know if they're going to be this vulnerable again because the Bills right now, I've said since the beginning of the year, I felt that they could win a Super Bowl. Not only are they second in their division, behind them Patriots only 2 games, but there's no one in the AFC that we're looking at that's legit. We don't know if the Steelers are going to fold up. We don't know if the Ravens are going to claw back. We don't know if the Colts are legit. We don't know if the Jaguars or Texans are legit. And not only that, Denver right now is, of course, on top of the AFC West, while the Chargers trail just behind. The only way that this team would not be able to win a Super Bowl is the opponents in the NFC. The NFC is right now looks more dominant than the AFC because not only are the Bills right now in their best position, you probably won't even have to go against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, which he has been the kryptonite to this Bills team. He's not going to probably even be in the playoffs. So for you to have this chance and to lose 4 of your last 7 games, you have a chance to go out there and win a Super Bowl. And now we're probably looking at a whole different scenario. Buffalo at the moment right now has the 4th overall favorites to make the Super Bowl behind Kansas City, which I still don't know why Kansas City's high ranked. They're just terrible. But when I look at this Bills team, this is their best shot to go out there and win a Super Bowl. Because right now, this Bills team is still really good. I still believe they're a really good team. I still believe Josh Allen's the guy. I still believe the running game is still good. I just think part of it is Sean McDermott. And I think if they don't get to the Super Bowl this year, I think that the Sean McDermott has to go. Because there might be other coaches out there that might be available. Maybe like a John Harbaugh, maybe a Kevin O'Connell, maybe some other coaches. But when I look at the Bills, their big concerns are both sides offensive weapon personnel and their defense. Because their offensive line allowed 8 sacks. 8 sacks. A career high on Josh Allen. A career high. He had a QBR of 26.1. This offensive line is part of the reason, and then also along with the offensive weapons not being there. Where the heck did Khalil Shakir go in this game? He had 110 yards. None of their weapons have been able to get into the end zone. None of their weapons. And this is a big concern because they may not have an opportunity like this again. Because the Chiefs are right now vulnerable. They're probably going to miss the playoffs. Other teams in the AFC we're not so sure about. But Bills, you either need to get your dang act together or you can get that Super Bowl window shut. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think what do you guys think is the biggest concern for the Buffalo Bills? Is it the offensive weapon personnel or is it the suspect defense? Let me know in the comments what you guys think down below. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, do me a big favor, smash the button down below, subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, I'll see you on the next one. Ciao for now.